Coruscant burned red under the setting sun. Chancellor Palpatine stood alone at his tall window, watching speeders race between the towers. The war had reached its darkest hour, and yet his mind was not on battle plans. His mind was on Anakin Skywalker. He could feel the boy's fear from across the city. It pulsed through the Force like a wounded heart. Anakin was dreaming again, dreaming of Padmé, dreaming of her death. Palpatine had waited years for this moment. Every whisper, every lie, every soft push toward the dark side had been planted for one purpose: to break Anakin, to claim him. But tonight, something shifted. He remembered the boy from Tatooine, bright eyes, a kind heart, a slave who dreamed of freeing others. Palpatine's cold hands trembled against the glass. "He trusts me," the old man whispered. "He calls me friend." The Sith inside him snarled. "Take him. Twist him. The galaxy is yours." But Palpatine closed his eyes. For the first time in decades, he pushed the darkness back. He had no children, no family, no love, only power. And power, he realized, had left him hollow. Anakin was the closest thing to a son he would ever know. Padmé, the daughter he had guided through politics. Their secret marriage was not a weakness to exploit. It was a light he had almost destroyed. He turned from the window and reached for his calm. "Anakin," he said softly, "come to my office. There is something I must tell you, before it is too late." The line went silent. Outside, the twin moons rose over Coruscant. A new path had begun. And somewhere in the shadows, Darth Sidious screamed. The news came at dawn. Padmé stood in her apartment, one hand resting on her belly. Anakin knelt before her, eyes wide with wonder and fear. "Twins," she whispered. The medic said twins. Anakin's heart raced. Joy and terror twisted inside him like a storm. If the council found out, he would lose everything. His rank, his lightsaber, his family. But someone was already watching. In his tower, Palpatine felt the shift in the Force. He smiled, but not with hunger this time, with purpose. "So it begins," he murmured. Within hours he acted. A senator's aide who overheard a nurse was quietly reassigned to the Outer Rim. A holo reporter chasing a lead found her files erased. A Jedi temple guard who noticed Anakin's late-night visits to 500 Republica was suddenly promoted, far, far away. Mace Windu stood in the council chamber, arms crossed. "Something troubles Skywalker. I feel it." Yoda hummed softly. "Fear, I sense. But its source, hidden, it is." Palpatine had cast a veil, not of the dark side, but of pure political power. Every whisper, every clue, every leak, he crushed with a signature or a phone call. That evening, Anakin arrived at the Chancellor's office, pale and shaking. "They'll find out. Master Windu already suspects. Padmé and the babies. They're not safe." Palpatine placed a steady hand on his shoulder. "My boy, listen to me. No harm will come to your family. Not while I still draw breath." Anakin blinked back tears. "Why are you doing this?" The old man paused. Then he smiled, sad and soft. "Because someone should have done it for me." Outside, a shadow moved across the rooftops. They were being watched. The screams woke him again. Anakin sat up in bed, drenched in sweat. Beside him, Padmé slept peacefully, her hand resting on her round belly. But in his dream, she had been pale, bleeding, gone. He pressed his fists against his eyes. "Not again," he whispered. "Not her." The next morning, he stormed into the Chancellor's office. His voice cracked with fear. "The dreams are back. I saw her die. I saw my children lose their mother." Palpatine turned slowly from his desk. The old temptation rose inside him like smoke. "Tell him about Plagueis. Tell him about the power to save her. He is yours." But he pushed it down. "Anakin," he said gently, Dreams are not always visions. Sometimes they are only fear wearing a mask. But what if they come true? The Chancellor walked closer. Then we prepare. Not with dark whispers, with real hands, real medicine, real love. He handed Anakin a data chip. The finest healers in the galaxy, Mon Calamari surgeons, Naboo midwives, a quiet clinic on Alderaan, run by Bail Organa's most trusted staff. They will watch over Padmé every step of the way. Anakin stared at the chip, stunned. You would do this? I already have. Tears filled the young Jedi's eyes. For years he had believed only the dark side could save her. Now, a simple list of doctors felt more powerful than any Sith secret. Master Palpatine, thank you. The Chancellor forced a smile. But the moment Anakin left, his face fell. He walked to a hidden panel and opened it. Inside sat an ancient Sith holocron. Its red eye pulsed, and it began to speak his true name. Sparks rained from the ceiling. Anakin stood over Count Dooku. Both lightsabers crossed at the old Sith's throat. Dooku's hands were gone. His eyes burned with fury and fear. Do it, Dooku hissed. Finish me, boy. Anakin's arm trembled. The dark side whispered, kill him, take his power. But then another voice cut through the noise, softer, steadier. Anakin. No. Palpatine sat bound in the chair, watching. His voice was calm. He is beaten. He is broken. Let the Republic judge him. Do not stain your soul for a man like this. Anakin blinked. His breath slowed. Slowly, he lowered the blades. Take him alive. Obi-Wan stared, stunned. Anakin, well done. They dragged Dooku through the burning halls of the invisible hand. Grievous escaped, but the true prize was in chains. Days later, the galaxy watched on holoscreens as Count Dooku was marched into the Senate rotunda. Cameras flashed, senators gasped, and there, at the podium, stood Chancellor Palpatine. This man, he declared, was once my friend, my advisor. I trusted him, and he betrayed the Republic. Today, he will face our courts, not our vengeance. The crowd roared. Behind the scenes, Palpatine walked into Dooku's cell alone. The old Count looked up, and his eyes widened in horror. Master, Dooku whispered, you would truly abandon me? Palpatine leaned close. His yellow eyes flickered, just once. I am not your master anymore, Tyrannus. I chose a different path. They will hunt you, Dooku warned. The Sith do not forgive. Darth Maul lives. Others will come. Palpatine paused at the door. He did not turn back. Let them come. Outside, on a distant moon, a red blade ignited in the dark. The Chancellor's office was dark. The glow of Coruscant's skyline cut through the shadows. Anakin Skywalker knelt on the floor, broken and burning with fear for Padmé. Above him, Sheev Palpatine smiled, but it was not the smile of a conqueror. It was the smile of a man who had finally found what he had been searching for his whole life. For 1,000 years, the Sith had lived by one rule: power must be passed through betrayal. Master trains apprentice. Apprentice kills master. The cycle never breaks. But looking down at Anakin, Palpatine saw something the Sith legacy had never accounted for. He saw a son he never had, a weapon he did not want to waste. In that moment, something shifted behind those yellow eyes. He reached for the encrypted comm channel, the one buried deep inside every clone trooper's brain implant. Order 66, the contingency command that would turn the entire Grand Army against the Jedi in a single heartbeat. His fingers hovered over the transmission key. He did not press it. Instead, he deleted it. Line by line, he dismantled the clone contingency protocol himself. Every inhibitor chip command, every failsafe, every buried instruction that could ignite the massacre, gone, as if it had never existed. The Jedi Order would live. The clones would remain loyal soldiers, not programmed killers. And Palpatine would keep Anakin not as a disposable weapon, but as something far more dangerous to the Sith legacy: an heir. He reached down and placed his hand on Anakin's shoulder, not as a master claiming a slave, but as a father claiming a son. The lake country of Naboo was quiet, the kind of quiet that only exists when the galaxy has decided, for one brief moment, to stop fighting. Waterfalls spilled down green cliffs. The wind carried the smell of wildflowers through open windows. And inside a small sanctuary hidden among the hills, Padmé Amidala held 2 babies in her arms. No medical droids buzzing around a cold operating table. No fluorescent lights of a Polis Massa asteroid base. Just warm sheets, soft hands, and the steady heartbeat of a mother who refused to die. She looked down at her son first, Luke, then her daughter, Leia. 2 perfect faces that would never know the version of this story where everything went wrong. Anakin knelt beside the bed, not as a burned and broken machine, not as Darth Vader, trapped inside an iron lung forever, but as a young father with tears running down an unscarred face. He touched Luke's tiny hand and felt the Force stir inside the child like a candle being lit. He kissed Padmé's forehead. "You saved me," he whispered. She smiled. "We saved each other." And then there was the third figure in the room. Sheev Palpatine stood on the balcony, hands folded behind his back, watching the sunset bleed gold across the lake. No dark robes, no lightning crackling between his fingers. Just an old man in simple clothes, standing guard outside a nursery. When Anakin had asked him to be godfather to the twins, Padmé had nearly refused. But Palpatine had simply bowed his head and said, "I will protect them as my own." He meant it. That was the terrifying part. He had given up the purge. He had given up the Sith tradition of betrayal. He had chosen legacy over destruction. But legacy, for a man like Palpatine, was never a gentle thing. It was a plan, wearing a kinder face. He stepped inside and looked down at the twins. His yellow eyes softened for just a moment. "Beautiful children," he said. "They will change everything." Padmé pulled them closer without meaning to. The sanctuary on Naboo had 3 days of peace. On the 4th night, the darkness came. The clone guards at the perimeter dropped one by one, their comm signals winking out like candles in a storm. A red lightsaber ignited in the courtyard, then another, then another. Darth Maul stood at the gates, his mechanical legs planted in the moonlit grass. He was not alone. Behind him, figures in black robes emerged from the shadows. Sith assassins, remnants of the old order, hidden for decades in the Outer Rim, waiting for the day the grand plan would be completed. That day was supposed to have come with Order 66, but it never did. Maul's voice cut through the night like a blade. "You broke the covenant, Sidious." The name hit the air like a gunshot. "You chose a boy over 1,000 years of revenge." Inside the sanctuary, Anakin grabbed his lightsaber, but Palpatine was faster. The old man moved with a speed no politician should have. He stepped between Anakin and the door, and for the first time, there was no smile on his face, only fear. "Anakin," he said, "there are things I never told you." "What does he mean, Sidious?" Anakin whispered. The name felt wrong in his mouth. Palpatine closed his eyes. "My real name is Darth Sidious. I am a Sith Lord. I have been one my entire life." The words filled the room like smoke. "I orchestrated the Clone Wars. I manipulated the Senate. I planned to destroy the Jedi." He opened his eyes. "But I chose not to, because of you." Anakin's hand shook on his lightsaber. Outside, Maul's assassins began their advance. The door exploded inward in a shower of splintered wood and twisted metal. Red light flooded the room. 2 Sith assassins surged through first, their double-bladed sabers spinning in wide arcs. Behind them, Maul stepped through the wreckage, his black and red face twisted into a grin that held no joy. Anakin moved on instinct. His blue lightsaber ignited with a snap and a hiss. The first assassin was already lunging toward the hallway that led to the nursery. Toward Luke and Leia. toward Padmé. Anakin caught the assassin's blade in a crossblock, shoved the attacker sideways, and drove his saber through the figure's chest in one clean motion. No anger, no rage, just precision and purpose. He had spent his whole life fighting wars, but this was the first time he understood exactly what he was fighting for. The second assassin circled behind him. Anakin sensed it too late, but before the blade could fall, a wall of blue force energy slammed the assassin across the room. Palpatine stood with his hand raised, palm open. His eyes burned yellow, but his stance was different now. It was not the posture of a predator, it was the posture of a man guarding a door. "Stay behind me," Palpatine said, not as a command, as a promise. Anakin stared at him for half a heartbeat. This was the man who had just confessed to building the Clone Wars. The man who had orchestrated everything. The man who had planned the extinction of the Jedi. And now that same man was standing between Anakin's family and the dark. Anakin did not understand it, but he did not have time to question it. He turned back to the fight. 3 more assassins poured through the broken doorway. The sanctuary that had been a place of peace was now a cage of screaming energy and snapping blades. Anakin met the first one with a rising slash that knocked the attacker's saber wide. He spun low, swept the assassin's legs, and finished the fight before the body hit the floor. The second assassin leaped over the falling body and aimed a downward strike at Anakin's head. Anakin rolled left, came up on one knee, and severed the attacker's weapon hand. A quick thrust ended it. But the third assassin was smart. It did not attack Anakin at all. It ran for the nursery. "No!" Anakin screamed. He threw his hand out, and the Force answered like a tide. The assassin was ripped off the ground and hurled backward into the far wall with a crack that shook the building. But Anakin's focus had broken for 1 second, and that was all Maul needed. The Zabrak warrior had been waiting, watching, letting his assassins test the defenses while he studied the cracks. Now he struck. His red saber came down in a vicious overhead arc, aimed at Anakin's exposed back. Palpatine intercepted it. A blade of crimson red ignited in the old man's hand. He caught Maul's strike mid-air with a screech of colliding energy that sent sparks raining across the marble floor. The 2 Sith Lords locked sabers, face to face, master against the apprentice he had discarded. "You were never meant to survive," Palpatine said through gritted teeth. "You were a tool, nothing more," Maul snarled. "And yet here I am, the tool that cuts the hand that threw it away." He broke the lock and launched a flurry of strikes. Fast, brutal. Maul had spent years in exile sharpening his hatred into a weapon. Every swing carried the weight of abandonment. Every strike was a scream made physical. Palpatine gave ground, step by step. He was older, slower. His power lay in strategy, not in the raw fury of combat. Maul was driving him back toward the balcony wall. Anakin saw it happening. He cut down the last assassin in the room and turned toward the duel. Every instinct told him to let them destroy each other. Let the Sith fight the Sith. Let the dark side eat its own. It was the natural order. It was the way things had always been. But Palpatine had deleted Order 66. He had stood outside a nursery and called those children his own. He had chosen to break a 1,000-year cycle for reasons Anakin still could not fully understand. And right now, that man was about to die. Anakin made his choice. He ran toward them. Maul sensed him coming. He spun and hurled his saber in a spinning arc straight at Anakin's chest. Anakin dove. The blade passed over him close enough to singe his hair. He rolled, came up, and threw his own saber in a return throw. The blue blade spiraled through the air. Maul called his weapon back and deflected the throw. But it bought Palpatine 2 seconds. 2 seconds was enough. Palpatine raised both hands. Lightning poured from his fingertips. Not the lazy, torturous kind he had used to intimidate. This was focused, concentrated. A sustained bolt of raw energy that caught Maul in the chest and sent him skidding across the courtyard stones. The Zabrak screamed. His mechanical legs sparked and stuttered. Smoke rose from his torso. But Maul was not finished. He rose on one knee, his eyes blazing with pure hate. "You cannot break the covenant, Sidious. The dark side does not forgive. The dark side does not forget." Anakin stepped forward and stood beside Palpatine, side by side, blue blade and red blade. The image should have been wrong. A Jedi and a Sith Lord standing together should have been a violation of everything the Force demanded. But Anakin felt something he had never felt before. Not calm, not rage. Something in between. Something balanced. "You are wrong, Maul," Anakin said. His voice was steady. "The dark side is not a master. It is a choice. And tonight, we choose something else." Maul charged. The three of them collided in the center of the courtyard. Maul fought like a creature possessed. He was faster than Anakin remembered from their duel on Naboo years ago. Faster and more savage. His saber moved in patterns that blended combat and rage into a single weapon. Anakin parried high, while Palpatine struck low. Maul leaped over the low strike and twisted mid-air to evade the high one. He landed behind them and struck at both backs in a single spinning arc. Balanced on the edge of a lightsaber, they turned in unison and drove Maul backward with